Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me and Marley, as you can see him right there, in this new video. I'm super excited today. We got a marathon from MURDOCK, from Austria, and I wanted to thank him, of course, for reaching out. And this is going to be a lot of fun because these are not really well-known, bands. And that's what we like here, on this channel. We just want to find out more, and we like just stuff. I mean, yes, of course, we do stuff that's very well known, but I love these marathons that I'm completely lost. I've never heard of them. Not even I have heard of one band, and I'll read that in a second. But I love how MURDOCK laid this out for me. So again, vielen Dank nochmals. Thank you so much again for sponsoring this piece of music that we're going to record right now, this reaction. So it says, let me just, I'm going to not read everything, but I'm going to try to do my best. It says, hope you're up for more marathons with music nobody's heard of. Probably not much in the USA, except for the Lemonheads. So maybe you know those, but I mean, you can see the description in the title, right? And it says here, it says, I came up with 5 sort of indie tracks from bands I enjoyed in the 90s and 2000s. Track list is as follows. So we're going to start it off with Kula Shaker. I think it's Shaker, or Shocker, could be Shocker. Great Hosannah, 1999. Then the Lemonheads, It's About Time, 1993. Then this one I know, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Gamma Knife from 2016. These guys are insane. They're so good. And actually, MURDOCK provided some information that I totally agree with. And then we're going to listen to Stereolab, Miss Modular, 1997. And then we're going to close it off with Doves, There Goes the Fear, 2002. So I'm going to, before each song, I'm going to read what MURDOCK provided us with. By the way, please check out his channel. I'm going to leave he has a YouTube channel with very well and very informative reviews of albums. I've seen some really great stuff. Let me just check one thing. I just want to look like the latest stuff that he is. Let's see.
Okay, guys, here's a song called
That's so funny. I always, when I start YouTube, I get Devin Townsend. And I don't know how to get rid of it, but the song called Iya. So the channel is called MURDOCK Music Minute. And please, if you like any of these songs, and just check out his channel. It's in English. Some of it is in German. But he just reviewed Kula Shaker, the song that I'm about to listen to. He just reviewed it. He did an album review of Steve Miller Band, Gig Snapshot, Wishbone Ash, Blue Chair or Cheer. So it's looking really good, that he's, just adding more and more stuff to his channel. So check it out, like his stuff, subscribe to the channel, and, I just like to help out fellow, YouTubers. It's a lot of work, that goes into having a channel. So if you could, go over and maybe subscribe, watch the video. He's at 180 subs. It's really hard to get to the first 100, and then it kind of moves forward and slowly but surely. But yeah. All right. So, but definitely good stuff there. And so check it out. Okay. So we're going to talk about the first song here. It says just a few notes and comments on the track. This is Kula Shaker. Only a few weeks ago, released a brand new album, which made me revisit this hippie Britpop outfit again. Their debut from 1996 was an instant smash in the UK. The band followed that up with the ambitious psychedelic Hair Meets Pink Floyd and Hare Krishna album Peasants, Pigs and Astronauts in 1999. Critics called it overblown and adolescent discovering psychedelic rock. I loved it. Great Hosannah is the opening track, taking us back to the imaginary 1967. See, like, even the way he writes, I love it. This is the way he talks on this channel. Check him out. He's a cool guy. With a lot of information, and it's just, you know, well spoken, and you know, he is I'm not a reviewer, you know, I'm more like, I'm a musician, you know, so I listen to the music, and it's like I mean, you know, everybody has their style, but I love his, you know, and I watch his channel quite a lot, you know, so check it out. All right, okay, here we go. Longest intro ever. So, but hey, I don't care, you know, when it's for a friend, I don't care. So here are the songs. Let me see. Peasant, Pigs and Astronauts. Here we go. All right, well, you enjoy, and then, you know, let us know in the comments, you know, be honest, and yeah, you know, that's how you can participate in this. So here we go with Great Hosannah. Here we go. Boom. Very cool cover. Very cool intro.
We may think there's no future, but it's the same for everyone. It's like the world has lost its head, and it's like all the prophets said. But will we arise to a new world?
Will we be sleeping in our beds, or will
Okay, just a second. Oh my god, this is so good. I hope people, watch this because this is so good. I mean, there's so much influence here. Like I hear like I'm definitely, 60s and 70s. This is like what I've been listening to for the last like year or so on this channel. There's all this instrumentation in there. You hear like instruments that are not just Western instruments. You hear like all these like types of I don't know what they are, but it's just like from other countries, very world music, like almost like Hindu, but I love it has a touch, like a little bit of like the whole singing part reminded me a little bit of like Iron Butterfly, not exactly, but like Moody Blues. I love the intro with that minor chord in there that kind of like set the tone, and then they start. It's really like, it is really psychedelic, not, I mean, I don't want to call it early Pink Floyd psychedelic. That was like totally like way like on a different level. But I would say, I don't know, I have a lot of inspiration from the 60s and 70s. It's just there, very interesting. And I love how they change it up, so far, in 4 minutes and 41 seconds where I paused it, there's all these different variations of music and they mix it very well together. So this is very good. That's the first thing, like literally after a minute, I was like, okay, here you go, Alexia, so she can listen to something new. Always when like the best stuff, I immediately like put it in her folder and it just pops up on her, like on her Spotify. We have 2 accounts and it's like a song has been added and then she like listens to it. Great stuff. I'm not sure how to pronounce if it's Kula Shaker or Shaker. I think it's Shaker. I have no idea. Please correct me, guys, but let me know what you think about this. This is music from 1999. It sounds literally from the 70s. Awesome. It's really cool. Let's continue. See those?
Look for signs and portents. Oh, there's got to be a reason to believe that we'll arise in our time at the dawn of another meaning. That we'll awake at the break of a great Hosannah. Well, there's nothing left to do. Just hold your breath and hope it's true that we'll arise
That
to a new world.
Okay, so it was gonna change a little into a next song, but you see those chord progressions, they're very like, oh man, I don't know, it just reminds me of so much music. I'm so saturated right now because it's so good, but it reminded me there like that I don't know if it was Hair or Blood, Sweat and Tears, but that band, give me a second. Come on, give me the name. Right now, I don't know what's going on with my internet. You pay so much money, and then the internet is slow. Oh, the Fifth Dimension. This reminded me literally of the Fifth Dimension. The Like, let me know if you agree or if you don't. If you don't, hey, that's fine. Who am I? I'm not an expert on this. I'm just a messenger, honestly. Like, I listen to this and I could be super wrong. My word is pretty much means nothing. I just react and I hear some stuff, and some people would say this guy has no clue. So, but it's kind of cool because I would love to be able to pause more, kind of like to just to call out different things that happened. But then you're kind of like, some people don't like those reactions. I really try to only pause once. Now, if it's a 10-minute song, with like 15 parts by Yes or Genesis, you have to pause more. But this is very short, so I also don't want to kind of ruin this song because I'm constantly pausing. I'm calling out sections, So you stay on, sir. The computer. All right. Well, great song. Thank you so much again, MURDOCK, for the introduction. This was awesome. Definitely gonna keep an eye on this. Now the next one. This is the one that you guys might know, or for our people that are watching from the US. Maybe you guys in Britain, you know this more. You know this a little bit less. So it says here, the Lemonheads, It's About Time, 1993. Now, for everything but the kitchen sink, production values back to basics. The Lemonheads from around Boston started as a punkage band, but developed a knack for the semi-acoustic indie rock songs throughout the 90s. It wasn't quite grunge, and I love them for the simplicity. It's About Time combines melancholia with a sunny tune. It's even when I can strum on guitar these days. The band is best remembered for a noisy cover of Simon and Garfunkel's Mrs. Robinson. Nice. You see, that's cool that you can even play it yourself, but thank you again for this. Is really good information, and let's give it up for them. This is a very short song. This is only 2 minutes and 42 seconds, so let's see. Maybe I won't even pause this one, but here we go. If it's as good as the first one, I'm a happy man.
Bite my tongue, and I won't say a word against anyone, but I don't want to get my fingers wet unless it's an accident. I fell out in the street, now I'm watching my shoes and I grit my teeth, but I don't have to look that way if I had half a say. It's about time, it's about time. Lick my lips and I won't hear the end of this. On your knees and reassurance, buy some time and come back for it. Before long, before it's gone. Patience is like bread, I say. I ran out of that yesterday. It's about time, it's about time. Enough about us, let's talk about me. It's not about you, it's not about sunshine. It's about time, it's about time. Touch my leg, it's smooth but there's stubble there. I'll fall back and let them go, only when I know you know. I don't know, make me sure. Have your people contact mine and keep your lawyer on the line. It's about time, it's about time. It's about
Nice, very cool. Yeah, like like Murdock's at three chords. It's definitely not grunge. It is, it has that 90s flair, I guess. The vocalist reminded me a lot of Jack Johnson. He has that same register. It was almost like hearing him sing. If it's Jack Johnson, then I'm gonna like freak out. But I don't know. It doesn't really give us that much information about the band on Spotify. But I liked it. It's one of those, just songs you can, it either becomes a hit or it doesn't. And I'm sure this is, let's take a look of the views on this. But yeah, like memorable, memorable song, easy to learn. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Spotify, or if it's my internet, but it's not loading the information on anything. But thankfully it's playing the music, so that's enough. But yeah, this was nice. I mean, it was, yes, very simple, very, it's a feel good song. It's one of those that when it comes on the radio, I wouldn't turn it off. So really cool. But yeah, very, very short and simple. A little bit of distortion at the end there, and no solos necessary. There's like, less is more in songs like this. If you add too much layers, you're ruining it. So I really enjoyed his voice and the whole thing. So very cool. Now, this is the one I was looking forward to the most because I already know the band. I know what I'm getting into. These guys are like on a different level. Like, honestly, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, this is like they're like really good, and this is a new band. This is like our time, music. So I'm kind of proud of that. So it says here, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard Gamma Knife 2016. It says, excuse me. It says, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard are the youngest in this collection, but easily have gotten the biggest discography to date. Highly prolific and eclectic. You never know what you'll get from these Australians. It says stoner rock, electropop, metal, jazz rock. That's how I feel. I really don't know what I'm getting into. Gamma Knife is a high energy track from their heavy psych rock phase, which I like best. The album stems from Nonagon Infinity, is a constant loop where each track nonstop blends into the next one. So expect a cut-off ending here. Okay, I'll be prepared. I'll be counting the seconds. But yeah, let's give it up for King Gizzard. There's really good stuff. So here we go.
See, it's the young one was
That's like, you know, what fascinates me about bands like this. Like when I hook up any of these like 5 guitars, they pretty much sound, you know, okay, they all sound differently. Yeah, they definitely do. That's why I have different guitars, because the wood and the pickups and stuff. But my like effects pedal, you know, I mean, there's like thousands of effects on there, but I usually use like the same one. I don't know why. Like, don't ask me. I guess I feel comfortable with it. It's nice and fuzzy, you know, like I don't know. It's not too distorted. I have a very distinct sound that I play with, and that's what I do, right? And I don't know, and every guitar player kind of like finds his sound, and you know, I use like 3 guitar pedals at the same time, and like this like this delay that shoots out 8 delays at the same time and stuff. But what I love about this, for example, is the distortion here, the sound, even the voice, the filter he has sounds so different, you know, from pretty much anything I can think of. And that's what makes this so original, you know. And the composition is something that I want to talk about as well, like how they kind of like go up and then go up and drop back down. But the sound of these guys, they sound like out of time, you know. They don't sound like 2016. They sound literally like, again, out of the 70s. I don't know, you know. And I love that people, you know, maybe they're younger, maybe they're my age, it doesn't matter, but they're in this, you know, they wake up in the morning and they say, okay, we're going to record some music. But the cool thing about this, they're like, okay, we're going to record something that sounds completely different, and we're going to do something completely different than we did yesterday. And that is those bands that I really love, you know, that you don't really know who you're listening to, what they're doing, you know. I mean, yes, you can analyze the chord structure, but I love the sound, that it just sounds out of time. I love the cover. It's like a trip, you know. It's a little bit trippy, the whole thing. And that's what I love about them, you know. They have this filter in the voice, you know, that sounds kind of like, only for some reason in your headphones it sounds like not really centered, you know. It's kind of like off, you know. I love that imperfection, like-ness, you know, that this band produces on purpose, you know. And it's, I don't know, the distortion is just like, it's not like listening to your typical band from 2016. Now, I'm not a specialist on music of 2016. I know there's some bands out there, but they're just like, they have a really great sound, and I'm not surprised that they're successful, you know. That's what I love about this. But yeah, let's keep going. We're only halfway through. Let's see if we get a solo. I'm gonna kind of like try and concentrate more on the bass and the drums, because I've been only my guitar and lyrics, you know. So the guitar and lyrics, not my guitar. But yeah, let's keep going. Ooh, sounds like Tool. that was amazing. I mean, you can hear the guitar play was pretty much doing what the voice was doing in the second, like, you know, after the chorus, you know, also the bass is like, you know, what he's singing, the bass is doing. So that gives like a distinctive sound. Now, the section there at the end, before the end, that sounded flat out like Tool, you know, and I don't know if you guys know what Tool, the band Tool, but man, listen to them, you know. Smoke a doobie. I don't know what you have to do. No, I'm not endorsing anything like that. But you know, they're a trip. I saw them live. I was just like, I was not on drugs, but I was high. I was mentally in a different dimension. These guys are on a different level. They pretty much produce music so you just think, you know, they put you in a state, you know, relaxed, like meditative state, you know, with their music. Check out Tool. And they're also from like our generation, you know, the 90s and now, you know, and seeing them with Iron Maiden, Metallica, Judas Priest, AC/DC, and Guns N' Roses. And I'm kind of sad to say and Guns N' Roses because that's the first band that I fell in love with. I was a Guns N' Roses freak. I was a fan. I loved them, but they just, you know, I think what they did is masterful, you know, when you look back at their albums, but it's not worth it to go see them live. It's not a good time, you know. They should have just stopped when they stopped. But all the other bands that I mentioned, wow, amazing. But yeah, so it reminded me a little bit of Tool there in a very good way, very positive way. I love, you know, when instruments kind of like, you know, one instrument does something else and the other kind of like drops in and does like the same thing. Then the palm muting that was going on and the drums like, I mean, also Tool, they have like one of the best rock, you know, progressive rock drummers, literally, you know, right now. I don't know, I can't really say who's the best. There's so many, but he's definitely up there with the best ones. All right, well, this was a great song. I loved it. Again, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, just a trip. Like, I love it. Everything I've heard, and I haven't really heard like an entire record because, you know, I do this way too much, where I react to songs and then once I react to like 2-3 marathons a day, then you just want to, you know, play guitar or watch TV or go for a walk. You know, you don't want to listen to more music. So I pretty much listen to the music that you guys, you know, or when we do like reactions, you know, like we saw a documentary about the greatest night in pop, which is We Are the World, and then we listen to the reaction. So, you know, we just go with the flow. Okay, next one is Stereolab Miss Modular. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. 1997 says Stereolab were a London-based collective, but had French singers. To add to that mixture, their sound remains unique to this day. They combined clear influences from the 60s and early 70s, such as droning krautrock, psychedelia, and easy listening with a 90s indie attitude and electronic elements. That all made for a fascinating retrofuturistic sound loved by all hipsters in the late 90s. The band is mentioned several times in the film High Fidelity. Oh, I have to... Isn't that with Jack Black and John Cusack? I think it is. Based on a novel by Nick Hornby, Miss Modular is an undeniable catchy even if you don't speak French. And is one of the band's most popular and easy accessible tracks. Awesome. I'm in. I want to watch that movie. I think we do have it. But and we just, it's so funny. The other day Alexia was like, "Hey, what's this High Fidelity? Like, what's that movie about?" And I'm like, "Let's see. Is it this movie?" Yeah, John Cusack. Yes, sir. And Jack Black. And they work at a record store. We owe it to ourselves to watch this. And Lisa Bonnet, Joanne Cusack, Tim Robbins. Wow, this is a good time. Definitely gonna. Catherine Zeta-Jones. All right, 2000. I think I've seen this, but I don't remember. Well, there's this cast. It's just Bruce Springsteen is in this. Wow. And the list goes on. There's like so many people that I know from other movies. Harold Ramis from the Ghostbusters. May you rest in peace. All right. Okay, let's go with the song Miss Modular. Here we go. Very jazzy. So good. Like whoever wrote those, that horn section is a genius because it gives, the rhythm is like dum dak dum dak dum dak dum dum, but that and then the flute, it gives it that 70s, TV I don't know, like that Shaft sound, the Quincy Jones injection. It's so good, like it reminds me a little bit of Renaissance, the band. I don't know, maybe because it's a female singer, but Renaissance, I guess, had more classical. This is almost sounds a little bit funky, It sounds very psychedelic. These little there's these little effects, like this echo, wow, wow, wow. So good. I sent it also directly to Alexia. Like, she's gonna love this. She loves indie music. I think that's her passion. Indie music. This is from 1997. This sounds from straight out of the 70s. Like, because of the horn section, because of the flute. I don't know, the vibe. It's but it does sound modern as well. It's very good, very good. So good. Wow. Beautiful. I'm literally going to email you, MURDOCK, and ask you, hey, what do you want me to use as, you know, thumbnail on the title? Because I'm not going to, I don't want to put like, indie tracks, because then a lot of people are not going to click. This is like the thing about YouTube that, you know, you have to kind of like, I don't like to be clickbaity at all. And we try honestly not to do that, because clickbait pretty much is when you promise something and you deliver something different. You're like, oh, I hated this. And people are like, oh my God, why did he hate this? And then in the video, you're like, this is the best, you know? That's like, come on, you know, that's not cool, because you're like, it's false advertising. But what I do want to do is like, I want to give this marathon a title where people are like, oh, this sounds interesting, you know, and not just like, oh, I don't know this, I'm not going to play it. A lot of people are like that. I'm like that myself, you know, so I don't judge. If I don't know something, I don't play it. It's like some that I guess it's, you know, there's a saying, I'm not going to say it in German, but it would be a kind of like a joke. Well, okay, I'm going to say it for Toby. Was der Bauer nicht kennt, frisst er nicht, you know? So yeah, but so that means what the pretty much what the person doesn't know, he won't eat, you know. Maybe there's a translation in English for that too. This was wonderful, man. This was great. Dots and loops. Definitely gonna listen to this more. And also, by the way, Kula Shaka, I hope that's the way you pronounce it. They just released an album this year, so it's not even like 2 months old. Okay, last song is gonna be Doves from There Goes the Fear, and this is from 2002, and it says here Doves are from Manchester. They reunited some years ago after a longer hiatus. The very English band of indie rock has been lumped in with bands like Oasis and Coldplay. Okay, those are two bands that I do know. Doves, no, the Doves in front, so it's not the Doves, it's just Doves. Never got big as those bands, but also had an, in my opinion, more experimental and sophisticated sound than the typical Britpop bands. They remain one of my favorite groups of the 2000s. There Goes the Fear is a tuneful, uplifting song against, well, the fears everyone is facing. Oh, I get it. If possible, choose the 6 minute. Of course I did. I chose the 6 minutes and 54-second version. And then he said, you made it through this email. Of course, man, it's not that much, you know? So thank you again so much, MURDOCK, for all this great information. I love it. And of course, all the best, you know, to you in Austria. Beautiful, beautiful country that is only like 2.5 hours from Munich. So next time I take Alexa to Munich, we said we were going to go to Salzburg, and Wien, maybe that's a little bit further, but Salzburg is where my aunt actually lives. She has lived there for the last 50 years, I think. So I've been there a few times, and it's also where Mozart was born. So that's kind of cool. So, okay, well, here we go. MURDOCK with the last one. Again, this is an amazing, so far, an amazing feat. What a great marathon. But yeah, I'll definitely email you. Well, you'll already know that I emailed you once you see this. So here we go. All right. Crazy that you said Oasis. It sounds like the guy from Oasis, the same. I'm sorry, the guys from Coldplay, not Oasis. He has a different voice. But yeah, it reminds me of that Brit pop. go. Wow. I mean, I have not heard like everything, but actually I've only heard like, I know this is kind of ridiculous, but Oasis I know pretty well because I did own a CD. I think the one with Wonderwall and, you know, very famous tunes, but Coldplay, Alexia is like more of a specialist on them, you know, she knows them very well, and I've heard maybe like 5 songs if I'm lucky, you know. So it reminded me a lot of Coldplay, but almost in, I want to say better, you know. I liked it more. Coldplay is very sad, you know. I mean, well, I've heard, you know, The Scientist, and I think that music video is shot backwards. Wonderful. Like, I want to show it to Alexia because I asked her, have you seen this? And she's like, no, I've heard the song millions of times. I'm like, have you seen the music video? She is, no. Oh my God, we have to react to it, you know. But so we don't have, you know, all the time in the world, but I really like this. I'm kind of bummed that they're not, you know, more famous, you know, because this is really good, really great voice, great, you know, just great rhythm. It's, you know, it's nothing too scandalous, you know. It's just music that you can enjoy, that you can, you know, drive with, you know. There's a certain music that you have to be in a certain mood to enjoy. This is, you know, whatever mood you're in, I'm sure you're gonna have a good time. So this is really cool. So thank you again, MURDOCK, for the introduction. This was awesome. I would say, you know, the first song was just amazing, you know. New band, new album, well, older band, new album. The Lemonheads, for that one was, I guess, the one that I was that is the most simple, you know, piece of music. So it was just like, you know, it was still great. I loved his voice. Again, Jack Johnson, let me know if that has had anything to do with him, or listen to Jack Johnson and tell me if you see like a connection, you know, audio wise. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, awesome, totally unexpected, just like I was like totally, I had no idea what it was going to get into, and I was pleasantly surprised because they're like unpredictable. I think a Stereolab was one of my favorites because it had really cool arrangements. It had, you know, the horn section, you know, everything. It had that, I mean, pretty much this whole marathon had a very 60s and 70s vibe, just like you explained. And I also loved your description of the bands, you know, and you're not giving anything away. You're just giving me pretty much the basics, where they're coming from and why you like them. I think people, if more people would do that sort of thing, it would be very good for the video. And the last one, it was a very good song, almost 7 minutes. I felt like it was 2 minutes because I was enjoying it so much. That's the kind of music, you know, that I like to listen to. So again, thank you so much, MURDOCK, for this awesome marathon, for sending me these songs, you know, for sponsoring this video, making this video happen. I appreciate it. And again, guys, if you like this music, go visit his channel. He talks about this kind of music. He literally reviews these albums, and not just this kind of music, also very popular music. David Bowie, you know, I've seen some really great reviews, and it's a cool channel, and he's a really nice guy. So, you know, check out his channel. And if you like this sort of channel, the same way. It's not like super high budget, you know. We just sit in front of the camera and we talk. There's no editing, no nothing, you know. It's one take only, baby. That's all it takes, you know. That's like how I like to work. I hate this. I hate jump cuts, and every 5 seconds they're cutting. It's like just talk, you know. I don't even enjoy those videos. They literally, like, I have to, if I can't watch a movie review where constantly it's being like cut, because it's like, just do one take, man, you know. But well, it's my little rant of the video. Without the rant, the video wouldn't be a video. So again, Thank you so much for this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section if you like this. What band did you like the most? What did it remind you of? You know, you can play the same game. You know, I just like these mental games. You know, what was it like and stuff. So, but yeah, comment below. Let me know. And thank you again. I'll see you guys in the next one.